speaking of showing up, we had Otile Brown, who decided to show up for the funeral because apparently Brian Chira had done the challenge on his song One Call. And a lot of people have very mixed reactions to it because, to be honest, it did feel like, you know, he took advantage of the opportunity, but he has a different side to it. He says, to be honest, he didn't really know that Brian Chira was a fan. It only came to his attention when he was on a live and somebody mentioned Brian Chira was such a huge fan. He loved this song. He goes onto the internet, he does his own research, he gets on TikTok and finds a number of challenges that Brian Chira has done to the song. And being who he is, because to be honest, if we're being honest, Otile Brown is he's very sweet. He's just a very sweet guy. I wouldn't see the malicious angle to it. So, you know, he decided to show up and perform. He actually did a call out on his Instagram and said, hey, I'd like to perform this song at Chira's funeral or at his wake. Anyone who can connect me to anyone who's running the whole ceremony, kindly connect me. I'd like to do this for him. And then he told guys, learn the lyrics and we will send him off with this one song. And I'm like, ooh. Okay, a lot of artists would not have shown up like that, you know.
For free.
Personally, I'm a Beyonce fan, so I'm just going to put it out there. Beyonce, okay? I want something big. I'm not trying to say I'm dying, Shindwe, but you know, it is what it is. Fast forward, he got on an interview and somebody asked, did you do this for Kiki or did you genuinely show up for this young man? And he said, what does my album really have to do with the deceased? If you know me, I'm just showing nothing but love at the end of the day. I do not even know him personally. It was just brought to my attention that he was a huge fan. He even went on to say that the song was actually doing really good. And the fact that it was doing like 200K views a day. So whether I had showed up or not, the song is still doing very well. So I think it's funny that people will think that. Then you are making such a statement, what do you want? Do you want me to not show up totally? So it's just a case of damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, if Otile Brown had not had shown up, it would have been a different story of, oh, he's so snobbish, oh, he wouldn't even show up for his #1 fan. And now that he's shown up, all of you guys who were unable to probably show up the way you wanted to are now projecting your feelings. And for what? What was the reason? They had a good time. I've seen the dances. I've seen the way people katikaed at the funeral. And I'm just like, wait, are these people mourning or did it turn into disco matanga? Because also given the demographic that showed up to the funeral, at some point that funeral turned into a dancing thing. Of course. It was a TikTok. Everyone was just, it was a thing at some point. And I'm like, strange, interesting. But I feel like Otile Brown did not have any ill intentions. He just showed up to show up. He showed up to spread love. He showed up to show love to his fan who had unfortunately passed away. So I don't think we should crucify him the same way we should not be crucifying Aziad. That's the other story. Aziad sued Brian Chira rightfully. This person got on the internet and defamed her, yes, slandered her name. So obviously she was hurt and she sued him. That is that. These are the things he did when he was alive. So how dare you get on the internet and try to bully Aziad simply because she reacted to something horrible this person had died. Somebody dying does not make them an angel automatically. So let's not bully people when we know very well the type of person this person was. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and actually I heard someone, apparently or allegedly, Aziad was actually one of the biggest contributors for this whole thing as well. Like, she contributed heavily, even in his passing. So even with the tiff that they had or whatever, she still was there and she came through for him, allegedly. Me, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard. But on this Otile thing, I feel like he's been saying these things for quite a bit. Ever since last week when he said, when people actually were telling him that it was his favorite song, I remember him saying, what Chira is doing for One Call is just crazy. His light is bright and the love is felt. Sending love to you and prayers, rest well, King. He actually did continue to say, rest easy, young King. This life thing can get crazy sometimes. I can only try and understand. Until we meet again, rest easy. And he said, thank you for the love you have showed. And he added that the song was at that moment last week, and this is before the funeral, before the vigil, all of that, he was still showing actual appreciation to Brian Chira by saying that yes, he recognizes that a lot of his fans and a lot of the people within his circles have been playing this song on repeat in appreciation because, young Brian Chira loved the song. And this is when he actually still said that if they would want him to, would love to perform the song at the burial and help make it memorable for him, if it is possible, to the people who are attending, please learn the lyrics so we can sing it together as we celebrate him. These are things he said weeks ago, like last week, even before the whole vigil, even before the announcement of when the burial would be. He had already said this in just appreciation for the fact that yes, it's true, his fans have actually played this song a lot in the recent couple of weeks. So I don't know why anyone would go so far as to say Otile Brown is searching for clout. He had said he would. Imagine if someone has done something good for you, would you not go and say thank you to them in whatever format, in whatever way that you can? I think y'all are just grasping at straws at this point. Just leave Otile Brown alone and let Brian Chira rest in peace. And in fact, I feel like we need to say this now. If you're one of those idiots who has decided you have a random video or you have a snippet of something that Brian Chira did during his life that no one has seen. You know, the way people want to do exposés of, yeah, but he did this, yeah, but I saw this, yeah, but, voice messages, screenshots of text messages, videos. If you are that idiot who wants to start spreading that stuff around, I feel like you need to get yourself help. Let this man rest. He had a troubling life, and now he has finally gone to rest in peace. Let it be. His life has ended. Let us celebrate his life and end it at that. Don't be cringe. Don't be a weirdo who goes on the internet and does weird stuff like that.